And that's the way to wake up on a Monday morning. Of course, that was a performance by three of a quartet, Kelberman Quartet, and they are visiting for the upcoming Jazz Festival. To tell us more about it, we are joined by Vernon, who is the logistical coordinator for the Belize International Jazz Festival. We have in the middle a proprietor for the Northern Shops in Belize City, Dinesh Bhojwani, who will be hosting some of the events. And on the end, we have no stranger to us here at Channel 5, Artistic Director for the Belize International Jazz Festival, Carlos Perrote. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
All right, that was the way to wake up, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Every Monday morning.
Yeah. So we are here once again. It is the 5th Belize International Jazz Festival. Yes. And Karen, let's just take a moment to look back as to when it first got started and the work that has been going into it so far.
Okay, as you said, it started 5 years ago. Well, before that, because, you know, Carlos came towards Niche and expressed the idea that it would be great to have a jazz festival.
Yeah.
So Niche loved the idea, and, you know, we've been working towards growing jazz in Belize and music appreciation on a whole, not just jazz.
Yeah.
And, you know, getting young musicians into music. So it's been a journey, and, you know, every year we have our problems and high moments, but it's been fun, and I think it's we are aiming in the right direction.
Yeah. And for you, Carlos, we know jazz is one of your many loves, and you have worked for many years in trying to get more exposure for Belizeans to different types of music. Tell me about your role in the Jazz Festival.
Well, as Karen said, this idea I have from the very beginning I come to Belize, because one of the main subject of the music is to develop the technique, overall technique of the musician in Belize, a worldwide thing. So after I cried for 2 or 3 years to Niche and hustle, then I said thanks and come aboard, and we start. This is something that will take several years for we Belizeans understand what we want to do with that. But we have to be perseverant and continue to do it. I think so over the year, people start realize a little bit, oh, I like this, I don't like that, you do this? So we make a little fusion of jazz. We don't want to only play swing. Example, this is a swing. People, for you understand that kind of music, you have to be very educated in jazz. But so we have opened a little bit more and put some local musicians to interact with the foreigners and make collaboration and for develop the jazz festival in the correct way.
Dinesh,
Go ahead.
how did you get involved? Are you a jazz lover yourself?
I am. As you all know, those who have frequented the living room at the Northern Shops, that's jazz playing there pretty much constantly. But one of the things that, it's coming up to our 4th anniversary at the Northern Shops, and we were always interested in, I was always interested in the jazz festival. For some reason, I think it was one year I was here and it was amazing.
Yeah.
And for the subsequent years, I wasn't here. But as part of the 4th anniversary, we wanted to do something that was a little different than what we did in the past, because our tenant mix has also has changed. There's a lot more food establishments, and so going from what we did in the past, we decided it would be great to collaborate with the International Jazz Festival and have some of them perform. And I must say, I mean, not to toot my own horn, but I love our courtyard, and I think it's conducive to having an event like this.
Yeah.
And with the food establishments there, it's coinciding with we're calling a food and wine festival. So they will be doing their own wine pairings and specials, tapas, introducing new dishes. That evening you'll be able to sit out in the courtyard and enjoy wine, jazz, beautiful food, beautiful people.
All different types of food too.
Right, so.
Now, the struggle over the years has been being able to put together a festival that will please a jazz lover and introduce others to jazz as well. And I know you try to source bands and groups from all over the world. Tell me what mix you're putting together this year.
Well, this year, every year we focus on an instrument,
Yeah.
right? This year we focus on saxophone.
Wow.
So we have Mexican saxophones, Ariel. We have Vicky Strand, Belizean saxophonist, one of the best saxophonists Belize have. He don't live here, but he come and help us with
It's
that.
from here, yeah.
And we own Belizean like Richard Pitts and Brasha, Chris Brasha. So we have a concert with only sax. That will be Thursday. That's why I say every year we,
Highlight a different instrument.
last year we highlight guitar, year before we highlight piano, and the first year percussion. And so that's the idea we want to do every year with the festival.
And it's also like creating mini jazz clubs all over the city while you
Yeah.
have the festival happening,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, Radisson has always been on board. They are one of our partners.
Yeah.
And they have events over at Radisson. So,
Yeah.
and then we have Spooners by the river. And now Dinesh at the Northern Shops has agreed to be a part of this as well. So, you know, it's slow, it's growing, but slowly.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you been surprised by the interest over the years?
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Yeah. Especially the jam sessions. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What, you thought it was going to be 10 people, Carlos? What?
Yeah, I think so. Or 5. But we have some 100 people,
Yeah.
150. That for me is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we have people who keep coming back.
Yeah.
You know, like their faces there,
Yeah.
that you know that they
So
will be there.
With the jam session, that's where pretty much anything goes, right? It's more loose in terms of what you incorporate
Yeah.
into.
Musicians join in.
Yeah. You find that a lot more people gravitate towards the jam session because of its loose nature, so to speak.
Audience-wise, yes. Initially, I noticed that our Belizean musicians were kind of shy to be a part of the jam sessions, but now they're getting into it. So I think
Sometimes
that's a definite
they
plus.
can be afraid.
Yeah.
I tell them that is
Yeah.
nobody come from outside for criticize you. It's for help. You play, you do it around today, then somebody will come to you, hey, do it like we. That's the way we can learn.
It's a learning experience, and I think they're open, from what I've seen, is you open your mind to different techniques, and you learn. It's a learning process.
People are afraid for make mistake. You can learn so you don't make the mistake.
I think jazz music lovers seem to be a little closeted in Belize. I don't think they don't. I think for some reason they don't like open up.
Yeah.
It's interesting because since we started the living room, it's been like that. So normally you would think So people walk in and go, oh my, people that you would never expect would come in and go, oh my God, I love this. This is so and so and so and so. And I said, clearly there is that love
Yeah.
for it, but most people sort of stay under the radar, chill, probably sitting there in their living rooms, their actual living room, and kind of just, chillax
Enjoy it
and
on a personal
enjoy it on a
basis,
personal.
Yeah.
So I think that's there, but because there's not, besides the jazz festival, there are very few venues throughout the course of the year that you can go to and listen to live jazz, right? And so this is one of the things that I wanted to do this with them, so that in the future we can do, it doesn't have to be part of the jazz festival, but we can have frequent,
Maybe on a monthly basis.
on a
or
monthly
Yeah.
basis, have bands come in,
Jam
or local,
sessions, yeah.
jam sessions.
Yeah.
Just come in, play, whatever, enjoy yourself. Because it's not only an opportunity for them; it's an opportunity for us to enjoy it and appreciate it.
Yeah. So who do we have in this year's lineup?
We have a band from Mexico called Syncopa Jazz,
Okay.
and a guitarist from Mexico as well.
City.
There's Morena's son returning from Cuba, Santiago de Cuba. The Kelberman Jazz Quartet. Most of them are here already.
Yeah. We saw the trio this morning, the trio
yes.
version.
Yeah.
Don Drake will be back. Latosha Love, the vocalist. Is that it, Carlos? And of course, we have Omolewa from Belize. For the closing ceremony, we have the marching bands, the pan bands, Lucio. Ascension will also be playing at the closing. So it's going to be an exciting 5 days.
Where is the primary venue?
That's difficult to say because we start out at the Mexican Institute on Wednesday for the opening jam session, and then there are events at the Radisson on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then at the Northern Shops on Friday and Saturday night, and Spooners on Friday night. So it's a short space of time, but
Yeah.
it's jammed in there at different venues, so you can pick where you want to go.
Ah. And each one has their own theme, I guess. So your event, Dinesh, will be Friday and Saturday.
And Saturday, and Friday is Morena Son so that's going to be great. They're amazing. So that's a little Latin flavor Friday night.
Yeah.
And then I think Saturday is Latosha Love and her
The quartet,
quartet.
yeah.
So that's going to be good. I think you're playing there, right? Not to put you on the spot.
Carlos is all over. I don't know how he does it. He's like, okay.
Yeah, because he
all
said
over
that
the
the other day. He
place,
goes,
yeah.
I'll be there, and then I'm going to go there, and then I'm going to go there. And I'm like,
Probably,
is that
yeah.
in one night? He goes, yeah, that's in one night.
For Teen Run properly,
Yeah.
you have them both
Yeah, it's the-
and
Yeah.
check there and do
Yeah.
this and try help people because we are sometimes lazy.
Yeah.
And we don't have a bunch of people help. That is the next thing.
Yeah.
I want to apologize to Cayo people because Cayo, to the Jazz Festival, they are amazing audience. And this year we plan to do the closing, but because financial problems, we can't do it. We
Yeah.
will try to work for the next year to,
Go back to Cayo.
because
Yeah.
they
So
are
second
very,
year of
very,
not being there, yeah. And they come out.
yeah.
Cayo people come out to the venues, the events that you have. So.
Yeah, because most of the events tend to happen in Belize City anyway. So they're always happy for an alternative for entertainment. So how does this work? Do you pay to go into the different venues to enjoy the music? How do you, what does it cost?
Well, Belizean like free thing.
Yeah.
So
You're Belizean now, right?
we want to promote and we want to reach to people. See, we want to educate people. The education is supposed to be free. Later on, we will have to start charge because we have in the back a big bill
Overhead
we have to pay.
expense.
Yeah.
But what we decide, we have to try to do it this for free. But just let's go people come, let's go people see, let's go people comment,
Yeah.
criticize, give us suggestion.
Yeah.
Criticize will be over, but we want that. We
So
want
entrance into all the venues will be free.
Well, all the venues
Only-
are free.
only one.
Spooners is a corporate charge, but
Okay.
that's it. Yeah, Radisson events are free. The Northern Shops events are free.
Yeah, yeah.
So
And of course, you're able to get people to patronize the businesses
businesses,
that are there
right.
as well. Because if you're gonna sit and listen to jazz,
And
you
we
need something to
it's
drink,
the-
Exactly.
something to
Of course.
eat.
it's $10.
Yeah.
No 150 for VIP and 250 for it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
$10 for you see
Very
artists
affordable.
from with quality Belizeans and also
Yeah.
friends. Yes, I say.
And
Do
then
you-
workshops as well.
We have workshop.
That was going to be my question. So you have a group here from Juilliard, which is probably the most prestigious music school
Yep.
there is.
Yep.
We have been blessed that we now have a music school in Belize at SJC.
What? You say that?
So, well, I mean,
Because I
formal. And
no,
I
and
know
at the
you've
end I
been
want to say,
working,
and at the end I want to say something like
and
that.
I know that I was going to say there are lots of other musicians who work along with up and coming artists.
Yeah.
How do you ensure that there's a transfer of knowledge, whether they learn some of our Belizean tunes and perhaps take some of our cultural music, and also that they can pass on some of their skills?
The most important thing is, what anytime I say, is about your mind.
Yeah.
Your mind have to be open. Sometimes we are in a square and we don't want to see different ramification or come out from the box.
Yeah.
So on that idea, we bring people, then study it, jazz,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and study in a high quality school. So then are the one help us for open a little bit more the
Yeah.
intellectual part of we musicians. You know, be only in the square box. You have to understand you can do more.
Yeah.
You know, sit down there and say, I play you good reggae and good punta and that. I don't have no problem with that. This is beautiful. But in the whole work, these people they play reggae and that, when they finish it, then go to a club and play jazz or
Yeah.
play classical music because they are big musicians.
Yeah.
But economical while, that is the kind of music provide for your family, for that.
Yeah.
But for the love of from them inside, they know they will go to that jazz club and play.
Yeah.
Or go to the symphony and play because this is a music, create ability, create levels, and climb
Yeah.
with the
Sky's the limit.
practicing. Yeah.
So you said there's some workshops?
Yeah, Carlos, he has a workshop.
Well, we have some workshop. We have one is for only pianists. We call it junior pianist concert. The teacher from the University of Monterrey. I have the opportunity to go and teach them, so I have good relation with them. So then she will come this year, Odalis Villavicencio, and she will do a workshop in Gene Scott School, music school, and also the children will perform, just young pianists.
Yeah.
We also will have in the SGSC Music Center, we will have the percussion workshop with Mexicans, Juilliard, myself, and some others percussionists from Belize.
Yeah.
And also we will have a saxophone workshop with Dicky and Pitts, Brasha, and Ariel.
So check our we have a Facebook page, Belize
Yeah.
International Jazz Fest.
Yeah.
And the workshop schedules as well as our show schedules
Workshop is free.
are posted there, yes.
That is free as well.
Yeah.
So that's a great opportunity for those musicians here.
Correct.
All right, so let's get dates and times so people can fill out their calendar with what they're going to attend.
Okay, so we start with the welcome jam session on Wednesday
Yeah.
at 7:30 at the Mexican Institute. On Thursday, we have the junior piano recital at Gina Scott School of Music. We have a jam session at the Radisson at 5:30, and there's the saxophone jazz at the Bliss Cafe at 7 o'clock. On Friday, it's the Northern Shops and Spooners. On Saturday, it's Radisson and the Northern Shops. And Sunday, we have brunch at the Radisson and the grand closing concert at the BTL Park.
All right.
And as we said, everything is free with the exception of the one at Spooners. And come on out and enjoy some jazz.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys for coming in and giving us a bit
Thank
of a
you.
preview as to what people can expect. It starts on Wednesday,
Yes.
right through to the weekend, so
Yeah.
you can pack up the end of the week.
One more
with
minute.
activities.
One more minute. I want to say something.
Go
Say
ahead.
something.
You mentioned the SGSC.
Music
Program.
school. Yeah.
It's the first time the history, like I say like so, in the history of Belize, the 4 students will graduate,
They graduated this
right,
weekend.
with degree in
Degree in
music.
music.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I hear a concern about crime and sin. Music and art heal crime and all those situations. We government, we people, everybody together have to realize that and invest more into that.
Yeah.
From the bottom up.
I don't have nothing with that program.
We
That
don't
is
have any-
one of the most important things happened to me in Belize in 20 years. And I think so before too. I know a lot of good things happen
Yeah.
in Belize. But in art, you have a degree in music that never happened.
From Belize, yeah.
From Belize,
Yeah.
that never happened.
Yeah.
And it's just like nothing.
Nothing.
So the first 4 graduated this week.
Alright.
weekend.
Benoy Koi, I want to mention
their
that
names,
because
yeah.
they have
By
all
all
the
means.
kudos. Benoy Koi, Johan Hu, Kelsey, and Tisha Egg. Sahayo, I don't remember.
Yeah.
I then
Awesome.
do well. We have more students coming now. We have more or less 20-something students,
Yeah.
and that is amazing.
Yeah.
Because-
And they're doing all, I mean, I heard the opera singer the other day too, Kani. She was here for Summerfest, I don't know how long ago, so it's amazing
Yeah.
to see her now
She will
studying
be.
opera.
She will be. We
Yeah.
forget,
She will
but
be
she will
performing
on
perform at the
Sunday.
jazz
Amazing.
festival.
Yes, at the
Yeah.
Jazz Festival.
And a number of other musicians that we've been seeing for a long time are going back for the degree program. So I do agree with you. It is time to acknowledge it as well.
Stuff like that should be celebrated.
Yeah.
Yes, it's something positive.
All right. So thank you for coming in once again. I know we're going to have a closing performance by the Kelberman Quartet, but we have 3 of the members this morning. All right. So take it away, guys.